Happy Friday, everyone. It's Kim Hong here again, sharing another trade idea with you guys. Without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, this trade idea will be on pound yen. Potential downside beneath 149 handle. Well, 149 handle. Okay. So for the past few days, okay, the market sentiment has been rather, I would say, bearish. Okay, rather negative, okay, due to several factors such as the uncertainty caused by the Evergrande saga, okay, specifically whether or not the company will collapse, okay, because they have been failing to repay bondholders the interest, okay. But I think it was earlier today, okay, that there was an announcement that says that Evergrande has started paying off some of the interest, okay, which is a good news, but I would say it's still at the early phase, okay. So the uncertainty is still there, all right. So that's for the Evergrande. And also ongoing supply chain bottlenecks. And this has been going on for months, okay. This has been going on for months because of, COVID restrictions, preventing, supply chain from carrying out smoothly, okay. And then also the slowing down of economic growth. So these three reasons sort of like, well, I wouldn't say sort of like, I would say these three reasons actually led to market participants, the market in general, fleeing to safe haven assets, such as Japanese yen, Swiss francs, and maybe even the US dollar, right? So because of all these, pound yen has actually been moving downwards. As you can see from my chart, okay, this is actually a trade idea based on a daily time frame chart, all right. So as you can see from, let me just put a mark over here, from this day, which is when was this, 28th of September, okay, today it's 1st of October, right? So since 28th of September, okay, pound yen has been, bearish, has been moving downwards. Today it has already moved like some 250 pips, okay, within 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days. Okay, I think this was Tuesday, if I'm not wrong, right? Tuesday. So it is currently moving towards the 149 level. Okay, I actually got it drawn out here, 149 level, 149 handle, because this is actually personally I feel like this is actually a very strong support level. Okay, why is that the case? We can see from the past, okay, back in March 16, 17, maybe 18, all right, well, mid-March, okay, pound yen actually tested the break below but failed, so actually came back up, right? And then in close to the end of April, okay, it came back down again to test the handle but bounced off again, all right. And then it moved and moved, and when it comes to July, it tested again but failed, bounced back up. And then in August, the same thing happens, right? And then I think it was last week, yes, September 22nd, 21st, okay, the same thing happens, okay. There was a test to break below the 149 handle, okay, but to no avail. Now, today, at the moment, okay, we are seeing, pound yen coming down, back down again to the 149 handle. It was, I think, before the London market opened, I think around like 1 hour ago or something, okay. We can actually see that pound yen actually came close to this handle once again, right? It's like some 20 pips away from the 149 handle, okay. So personally, if you ask me, I feel that it is possible, okay, that pound yen may actually break below the 149 handle, all right. I mean, after having tested so many times, and with this whole uncertainty going globally, all right, it's possible. I wouldn't say likely, I would say there's a possibility, and it's reasonable, okay, reasonable to expect pound yen to break below the 149 handle, all right, which is why I actually set a sell stop order at 148.5, all right. So in a scenario whereby pound yen were to break below this 149 handle, okay, and hit the 148.5 level, I will look to sell. Okay, now suppose this trade idea were to realize. Okay, where would my potential stop loss and TP be? Okay, stop loss wise, normally one possible option is to put it above this the September's high, okay, but it's of like 153, right, above 153. Personally, I feel that this is way too wide of a stop loss, okay, although I believe that your take profit level will definitely meet the requirement, as I will show you later, okay, the requirement for a decent risk to reward, all right. So yes, the 153.2 level, okay, can be a potential stop loss level, but this is some 470 pips stop loss, all right. If you want to trade to be like 1:2 risk to reward, it would have to be like some 940, 950 pips of TP, which will take a long time, okay? So personally, I wouldn't consider this level, okay? But I would consider anywhere above the 149 handle, because like I've said, if the 149 handle is being broken, okay, the downside for pound yen is pretty strong. So I would probably set somewhere above 150, okay? Like my cursor is indicating 150.34, okay, 150.3, which is some close to 190 pips of stop loss, okay? So that is more like a stop loss level that I will set, that I'll be setting when this trade idea gets triggered, okay? Now, as for where my potential TP will be, okay? As you can see from the past, okay, it has been like there's no pause in terms of this whole uptrend over here, right? This uptrend over here, there has been like no pause during this period of time, okay? So my potential take profit level would be somewhere close to the bottom of this strong uptrend, okay? So let me just zoom out for clarity, okay? Get this back here. So my entry will be around this level, 148.5, okay? My TP, potential TP level would be around, I would say like somewhere around 139.4, which is like, wow, 900 pips. Okay, my stop loss was, well, the value, the level that I mentioned earlier is around like 180 pips, 190 pips, okay? But my TP is some 900 pips. Okay, potential stop loss, 900 pips. Do you have to wait for your trade to hit 900 pips? The answer is no, okay? Because as we know, the Bank of England, okay, they actually gave a pretty hawkish, they actually delivered a pretty hawkish tone during their previous meeting, all right? And that actually led to the market projecting an earlier interest rate hike, okay? Even as early as this November or December, okay? So personally, if this trade were to get triggered in the next few days, all right, I'll be holding until probably latest until before the next monetary policy meeting by the Bank of England, okay? Because if they were to actually, reiterate the optimism that they have fired out last time, okay, or even make announcement on a potential rate hike, then we are likely going to be seeing a reversal in pound yen, okay? That will definitely strengthen pound, okay? And, it will just make it way harder to hit the 900 pips TP level, okay? So personally, yes, I will be setting at 900, all right? But do I expect the 900 pips TP to be hit? No, okay? Of course, I mean, things happen, right? Like I've mentioned earlier, there are so much, uncertainty going on around the world, right? So anytime, all right, anytime we can be seeing strong, strong demand in safe haven assets, safe haven currencies like the yen, okay? And as we all know, pound is a risky currency, right? So anytime when there's political turmoil, economic turmoil, and things like that, there tend to be a strong depreciation in risky currency, risky assets, all right? So with that, okay, I will likely be setting my TP at 900 pips, but chances are I will be closing my trade before it actually get to 900 pips, all right? Like I've mentioned, you don't have to wait for your trade to hit TP, okay? As long as there is constructive, okay, the keyword here is constructive. As long as there's constructive reasons, such as upcoming monetary policy meeting, especially when the market is actually expecting some major announcements to be made, okay, during those meetings, okay, or, high impact economic data releases like GDP, like inflation, employment figures and things like that. All right. So because of all these factors, okay, we may actually consider to close our trade for whatever profits we have at that moment. Okay. So I will be updating you guys on the Traders Club platform, EcoFin platform, all right, if this trade gets triggered and if I'm actually closing it early, okay, just like the previous trade ideas that I've been sending out, all right? So if you guys like this trade idea, just give us a thumbs up, all right, and check out our YouTube page. If you guys are interested in joining our free currency call, okay, our daily currency call from Mondays to Fridays at 11 GMT plus 8, all right, head over to the link jintaothai.com, which will be provided at the description below, okay, and just inquire, just express your interest over there, and we will send you the link, okay, to join the webinar, all right. And of course, our YouTube page has other videos as well, such as trade ideas, breaking news. Personally, I do a coverage of pre and post monetary policy meetings, OPEC meetings. Just earlier today, I actually talked a bit about the upcoming OPEC meeting that will be held next week, what to look out for, and maybe like some advice on how how to trade the Canadian dollar, okay, because there's a positive correlation between the Canadian dollar and oil. All right. So with that, I will see you guys on the next currency call, which is next Monday. Okay, take care for now. Have a good Friday. Bye bye.